After last week's stock market outperformance for four of the major Wall Street banks, we've seen the last two report today. The first is Morgan Stanley, but the one I want to focus in on is Goldman Sachs with its numbers for the fourth quarter. Let's take a look at the figures. It trades all sessions on the IG platform, so we'll have a look at the early trade on the session today. But earnings per share coming in well short of estimates. We've been looking for something like around about $5.48. We got $3.32 when we saw the numbers come through. On revenues, just a touch shy of expectations. We've been looking for $10.8 billion. It came through at $10.59 billion. Now, this profit decline coming on the back of a steep drop in investment banking and asset management revenues. But markets will be wanting to hear more from the chief executive, David Solomon, on the outlook and what he believes will be coming down the pipe this year. Let's take a look at the share price move, because the stock is down 1.2% today. Now, we've got to bear in mind that there was no cash trading yesterday for any of these stocks because of the Martin Luther King holiday. But today you can see that we do have a little bit of a drop in what has otherwise been a really good performance from the lows that we saw back on the 30th of December. Really good start to the month of January with these markets moving higher. And Goldman Sachs, to some degree, riding on the back of what ultimately were taken as good numbers out last week from the likes of Bank of America, from Citigroup, and also from JP Morgan Chase, and indeed also from Wells Fargo, which is more slanted towards the consumer. Now, Goldman Sachs is wanting to get away from the consumer business because it believes that's where the frailties lie, but it does want to see some sort of return to the real big part of the markets that were investment banking over the last 4 or 5 years or so, and that doesn't look like that's going to happen. David Solomon will be talking in the press conference a little bit later on, but at the moment at least, pre-market, that stock is down almost 1.5%.